Hey there, folks. It's John Boy here. We're going to go ahead and get into our match. It is Season 4, Week 7. Got our V for victory here with our character. So we're going to go ahead and look for Jess. And so a little bit about the team this week. I brought Malamar, which was kind of fun, and brought my Slowbro finally. So those are some trades I did recently. But Slowbro's got Yawn. I've got Expanding Force on it just in case she sets up the terrain with Mew. And Malamar's really cool because it's got the Topsy-Turvy move that will reverse her stat boosts. So like if she, I don't know, tried to set up with Mimikyu with a Swords Dance or something, I could have it be at -2 instead of +2. And then I've got pretty standard stuff otherwise, like Mr. Mime. I do have Taunt on Mr. Mime instead of Fake Out, which, you know, in case she brought Snorlax and wanted to do a belly drum or something. So let's go ahead. We're searching for Jess here. All right, we're into match 1. So I'm looking at this and I pretty much expected all this stuff. I was expecting maybe to see the Snorlax instead of the Moltres, because I've got pretty threatening Rockmons on my team, of course with Sandaconda and especially Rhyperior. Now I could see why she wouldn't think I would bring either because of the strong grass types on her end, but well, my first strategy that I want to go for is with Thundurus and the Shadow. So in case she brings out the Togetic, I have it calced to where if I use a Helping Hand, I'll cleanly knock out Togetic with its Eviolite and max defense and everything. But without Helping Hand, I'll barely get it. It's a roll. But I start with that to get off some good damage, and it looks pretty clean into her team. Well, this is a pretty good lead for me. Mew and Zarude. Dada Zarude, in fact. A nice choice there. Well, I want to go for the max airstream, so I don't even have to worry about speed with Mew. Although I am naturally faster by 11 points. I am adamant, so you never know if she went one of the speed natures. I mean, she could outspeed me, so. But I do max, and with the Shadow, I go for the Follow Me. And I go for a max airstream here. So she hits me with the U-turn and reveals my Rocky Helmet, which does a little bit of chip. So it ended up being Focus Sash. The Focus Sash is broken. I'd put Rocky Helmet on Mr. Mime to survive an Urshifu. Hey, look, an Urshifu. Hey, look, Urshifu's gone. But yeah, I did put Rocky Helmet on it so I could take its Rapid Strike attack and do some nice damage with Rocky Helmet. And, of course, Mr. Mime would survive that attack, even with the critical hits. Well, we saw the nasty plot come up there, so, yeah, that's a problem. So I go for the Max Lightning with a Helping Hand here. So, and it takes a little while. I heard they had Jess had a little bit of trouble with Capture Card and stuff. You'll see that in her video. But, yeah, this turn took a while, so I think she maxed out on the time, so. I think they were supposed to max, if I remember right. She was going to max and try to hit me with a max Psychic, but I end up going for the max Lightning, knocking out Mew, because it is slower than me at this point. And even with no investment, if I didn't have a Helping Hand, I wouldn't have been able to knock it out. But Mimikyu hits me there with a Shadow Claw. I still survive because Mr. Mime is very bulky. Brings out Dada Zarude. And I say, yeah, I just want to get rid of that Dada Zarude because I'm not too concerned about the Mimikyu at this point, like I was last turn. So I go for that. Well, she does go for the max on Mimikyu, so I guess I should be concerned about it now because they are fairly strong mons. And of course, it's got that disguise, you know. So I go for a clean knockout on Zarude here and get my speed up. Of course, Mr. Mime is so fast right now. Hit it with a Dazzling Gleam to get rid of that disguise. Wah wah. And I wanted to get a nice thumbnail there, but it didn't work out. And then goes for the Max Phantasm, lowers my defenses. So at this point, if I get hit by another one, well, okay, of course I'm not a max anymore. But if I get hit by another one, I'm knocked out, even if I wasn't max. But I'm thinking what I want to do, maybe go for a fly, avoid some attacks. But I do end up going for the Helping Hand and the Wild Charge. Of course, I would hit it in electric terrain, but again, man, I keep forgetting that Thundurus is not on the ground, so it does not get the boost from electric terrain. I was confident I would be able to knock it out with that. I didn't calc it, though. Of course, I had my computer right next to me. But, yeah, it doesn't get the boost, which is so lame. I guess I wouldn't go to sleep if anyone had any sleep there, but anyway, I just go for the Clean Dazzling Gleam and knock it out. So big explosions abound, good stuff. So we'll go ahead and get into match 2. Honestly, my first lead worked out so well. I can take some risks in match 2 since I've won match 1. We can go best 2 out of 3, of course. So I just go with the same lead. If she brings out Togetic, I can knock it out with a Wild Charge, a Max Lightning, I mean. Hit the Zarude like I did last time. She brings out the Moltres, it's weak to Electric type. I mean, so on and so forth. So maybe she'll switch it up, and we'll go into that. And I believe she does. Spoiler, of course, this is post-commentary. So, but we get into this next match here, and we'll see how it goes. So, she throws out the Togetic and the Urshifu, assuming to, maybe get some boosts on Urshifu or to try to knock out one of my mons here. But I go for my original intent that I had done in calculations to knock out Togetic. Those are always very pesky, using Follow Me or Yawn, or, I mean, it can have a myriad of different things. So I just go for the knockout there, get up the electric terrain, which will not help my damage, obviously, but prevent sleep, okay, and yeah, that'll be fun. So maybe one of these days I'll get an electric mon that actually benefits from the terrain that I set up like every game. So anyway, I go to knock it out, and hits me with an Iron Head. I do have Filter, so I take that very well. Urshifu had a Focus Sash. That's the whole reason why we've got Rocky Helmet. Breaks that sash. So I knock out Togetic, take a little bit of burn there on the Life Orb, and we go on. So it's 4B3 now. Brings out the Mimikyu. Mimikyu is always a problem with its disguise. I was thinking maybe going for a Taunt, but yeah, I sure don't. I go for a Follow Me. She, yet again, maxes the Mimikyu there, because it is a very good hitter into my team. And yeah, we just go for the Follow Me here. Take that. Hits the Iron Head, knocks me out, of course. Takes still a little bit of chip. And I go for the Max Airstream, just in case something had a Scarf. Well, of course it's super effective, but build up that speed. Get a little bit of burn there, and takes me down about halfway. But of course, with the defense drop, I am in a position where I will be knocked out if I take another hit. So I send out Anko, the Galar champion. And I go for a Rock Slide here just to get some chip on that Mew. I'm still not quite sure what its item is, so if it has Focus Sash, I want to knock that out. Very concerned about Focus Sash, as you can hear. But I go for the Max Lightning to get a stab, and then I take the hit there. So I go down, big explosions abound, all that good stuff. And she goes for the Energy Ball. But I've got Rendo Berry, I take it like a champ, and then I hit the Rock Slide, get rid of that disguise, but I don't knock out the Mew. Mew is pretty bulky with its base 100 in each stat, so. But then I bring out Marshadow, and this is essentially GG. Marshadow matches up very well into both Mons. I just have to be tactful. I go into Protect, and then I'm hoping to get the Rock Slide to get off some chip on Mimikyu and knock out that Mew. So I could have went a little bit safer and went into like an Iron Head into Mew, but just in case, I wanted to go for a Rock Slide, and I go for the Protect just in case she wants to hit me. Wait out those max turns, and I do protect myself there, and I go for the attack. Now I barely survive, because I did put a fair amount of special defense investment in HP, and this is pretty much GG here. I go for the Phantom Force, just in case she wants to go for Protect, And yeah, it's a W from there. So yeah, big thanks for Jess for matching me this week. It was a fun match. I mean, it could have went either way, honestly. You know, we could have very easily went to game 3, and yeah, she brought a very good team. So anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and take care, guys. I'll see you later.